Welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Kristin Hildabrand, Warren County Extension Agent for Horticulture. It's an important time of year.
Yes, it absolutely is. So February is just a great month to show a little TLC to our fruit trees outside, especially if you have backyard fruit. And then at the Extension office, we always, on a regular basis, will get questions related to, fruit tree care and things like that. So February is just a good month to devote to your fruit trees, because whenever you think about the quality and also the fruit that's going to be coming in later, there's a lot of care that happens to happen this particular month to get to that.
And I think sometimes homeowners, they have this impulse buy, right? They see the apple tree or whatever in the department store and they go home and buy it and they think to raise this apple, but it's really a year-round process. And I'm sure you get calls about what a spray. I had this problem last year. What am I going to do this year? But it starts now. It
does start now. Because of our climate here in Kentucky, if you choose to not really spray, you're only going to get like a 20% fruit load. So we have available at the Extension office is a fruit tree spray guide, and it's very helpful, and it kind of goes through all the different ones that you can grow here in Kentucky. So for instance, apple and pear are both listed together because they're both in the same rose family. So they're going to be on the same spray schedule. And then your stone fruits, like some of your cherries, also your peaches, some of that are all going to be listed together. The plums is also in that particular one. But especially if you've got other fruits and things like that, there's also some of that information available. But definitely for this time of year, in the month of February, we are pushing dormant oil sprays. And what a dormant oil is it's specifically an oil that you can apply in the dormancy of this time of year, especially for apple and also some of the other fruit trees that you can have. But it mainly is a petroleum based product, so it suffocates these scale insects and also mites. So we have a lot of issues with both of those on those particular fruit trees. So if you can put on an application of dormant oil, then it's going to help you in the long run to kind of take care of that. Now the thing that to know about the dormant oil application is that you have to put it on whenever the temperature is at least above 50 degrees, because that's when those insects are actively breathing at that point. So you want to make sure that you put it on whenever that temperature is conducive for it to be applied. But that spray schedule information, Joanna, is very helpful. We talk about the dormancy whenever it's green tip or whenever it goes into all these different stages. And I like in the very back of that spray schedule guide that it's got it listed out, with apple and pear and peach and cherry and plum, so on and so forth. So whenever you go according to that growth stage of the plant, specifically that what needs to be applied and when. Obviously, we're not going to ask you to put anything on when it's in bloom because of our pollinators, but it's just a very handy guide to follow to help you know specifically what needs to be put on at that time.
It would be nice if we could say that you have to spray this particular chemical by March the 10th. But in Kentucky, our weather is so variable that bud stage could be a wide array of dates.
Yes.
And so I think learning what growth stages and what they look like and knowing what to look for. Because in Kentucky, that stuff can come on rather quickly, and if we're not prepared, it's going to be difficult to stay ahead of that.
Exactly. So I think that is just a great piece of resource material to have on hand. Obviously, too, right now, not just the spray, but also the pruning can be done for the month of February, even into March. So pruning is very important because, again, it's going to open up that canopy for maximum sunlight and also airflow potential, because we do have a lot of trouble with fire blight and apple cedar rust and things of that nature. So all of that's going to be very, very helpful with the spray. And I will mention these are perennial crops, so they're going to come back each and every year, and it's really important that you provide plenty of nutrients to those plants. So it's really important that we can fertilize at this particular time, and obviously we're going to do it according to how the growth has been for that particular type of tree. And we have a great guide here at the Extension office that can kind of give you that information.
All right, yes. Kristin, well, I know you'll get bombarded with questions in the spring, but now is the time to start thinking about these fruit trees. So if you have questions or would like to pick up some of those publications that Kristin mentioned, make sure to contact us here at the Extension office. We'll see you next time.